Hi everybody. I'm making a Weight Watcher broccoli salad. This is going to be the way to make it with less calories and with fewer points. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the dressings. Now the dressings are one package of dry ranch dip. It's a dressing or a dip recipe. But I'm going to just use the dry packet, which is here. It's 0 points. Next, I'm going to be adding 3/4 of a cup of this Oikos Greek yogurt. It's plain. There's no flavor in it. I'm going to add that into the ranch dressing. Then I'm going to add salt and pepper. What I've done is I've done 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to mix that up. So you want to mix these ingredients really well until everything is the same color. Okay, you want it all mixed up. You don't want any dry ingredients showing up in there. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I use cider, but you can use white vinegar. And then 6 packets of, I use stevia in the raw. Add that. Make sure that all goes in there. You can also use real sugar if you like. I try not to use real sugar. I am a diabetic, so I want to keep my sugar down. So we're going to mix this until we have a nice smooth dressing, and I'm mixing it completely, kind of mashing it down with the spatula, the rubber spatula, which happens to be silicone. I like working with silicone spatulas because they mix really well and they don't stick to anything. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this dressing set aside for a minute. And this is what it looks like. It's all mixed nice and even. Okay. And now I'm going to mix the dry ingredients. So these are green onions. You can put the amount in that you want. I've got like 1/4 cup here. I'm only going to use a couple tablespoons. We're not really fond of a heavy mixture of onions. And then I'm going to add 1/4 cup of dried cranberries, 2 tablespoons of real bacon bits. It's 1 tablespoon is 1 point. The cranberries were 8 points for 1/4 cup. I'm mixing all the dry ingredients. These are roasted sunflower seeds. 1/4 cup is 5 points. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, here's my spoon. I'm going to mix the dry. So everything is mixed up. And by the way, I started off with 2 6-inch crowns of broccoli, and I cut the broccoli very tiny. Cut the stems off. I made sure that the broccoli are bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to mix all this up, and then I'm going to pour the dressing right over that. Now, this is a great salad to make ahead of time. You can make this. It can sit overnight, and it's always better the next day. Or you need about 4 or 5 hours for this to settle. You want to make sure that you can saturate all the broccoli florets and everything, all the dry ingredients with the wet. And this turns out wonderful. I mean, you can substitute raisins, you can add grapes, you can put carrots in here. We love broccoli, so this is perfect for us. You can put pecans or walnuts in place of the sunflower seeds. There's plenty of ways that you can make this salad to make it exactly the way you like it with the flavors you like in it. If there's something in it that you don't like, The only difference is you're going to be using yogurt, and I like this kind because it's got high protein, keeps you satisfied. So I'm going to keep this in the refrigerator, and we're going to probably have this tomorrow when everything is mixed together and all the flavors have married. That's what they call it. They've married. I'm going to cover this with saran wrap, and tomorrow we're going to have this as a side for our lunch. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you like the broccoli salad. This is what it looks like. Okay.